Storytime. This one is about this weird ass man who tried to fight me in my granddaddy's store. Now, if you're new here, thank you for stopping by my channel. I'm so happy to have you. And if you are a returning subscriber, I'm glad to see you again. Welcome back to the mess. Here we go once more. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm going to give this weird ass man a name. We're going to call him Goldtooth. So, Goldtooth is not really a regular at the store. He comes every now and then, but he goes out of his way to have an issue with something every time he comes into my grandfather's store. Now, I go and I help my granddad get business done and everything like that. So I'm always there making sure the store is going smoothly while my granddad is out doing, working and everything like that. So I'm always there. I'm well versed with the customers who normally come in. I'm pretty much on a first name basis with a whole lot of customers who always come in, right? So he's not that guy. He's not that type of dude. I thought that he was just super fucking weird. I thought that he had like a problem with me for some strange reason, because every time he came in, he always has to get sarcastic. He always has to be slick. He always has to say something out of the way to me in particular. There's been times where I have spoken to him like I will speak to anybody who comes in the doors of the store, because that's just common courtesy. So I will speak to him. He will look at me, like give me a nasty look, go around, and if another lady is in the store, he will speak to that lady like loud so I can hear it. Which, I don't give a fuck. If you're gonna get something, come on and get it and let's go. As long as your payment goes through, you've done what you owe me, okay? You don't owe me anything extra. So I never thought of Goldtooth as being this relevant person that I should tell my granddad or my mom about. I just never said anything because the little microaggressive shit that he was doing wasn't bothering me. But every time he would come in on bullshit. So one of these days, he caught me on a day where I was like, hey, I'm being polite and I'm being nice, but there's a thin line between me telling your ass off and going on about my professional little business, okay? It's a thin line. Don't disrespect me today. I'm not here for it. So he caught me on one of those days. And he said something out of the way to me, and I was like, okay. My mind was like, ooh, stop, hold on. Okay, he just tried you today, and I just feel like you don't need to let him slide no more. And I said, okay, mine, thank you, Kay. That's in my mind. I was, on the same shit. So let me go ahead and address him. So when he said the little slide shit, I thought to myself, like, dang, I don't ever feed into him, but he's gonna keep doing it if I never say anything. So I was like, what is wrong with you? Like, what is your problem? Why do you always have to come in here acting like that? What is your issue? So he was taken back because he didn't think that I would ever say anything to him. I had never, ever entertained him or fed into the bullshit before. So he kind of didn't know how to take me, So this man looked me square in the eye and told me, oh, you got an attitude on you. You feisty. I like him feisty. He tells me I'm the one for you. I'll straighten that attitude right out. So y'all know me. I'm like, he did not just try me like that. Okay, he didn't just try you like that. Like, let me talk to myself in third person. It was one of those type of days. I'm like, let me go ahead and talk to myself in third person and say like, okay, no, he did not. Like, he didn't just do that. He didn't just say that. And then he didn't just make it sexual. Now, did he? Yes, bitch, he did. So let's go ahead and straighten his ass once more. That's how I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, nah. So I'm like, you won't straighten nothing now. And I meant every syllable of that one. So So he continues telling me how feisty I am and how he has what I need. He knows just what I need. And all of this like sexual stuff that I'm like, okay, you're actually making like a sexual pass at me and I'm uncomfortable. So I just cut it short with him right then and there. And I said like, are you going to buy something? Are you going to make a purchase? Because I have things to do. I understand that your time is not very valuable, but I'm not super into wasting mine. So that was the end of that little confrontation. And after that, I did find Gold Tooth to be very, very fucking weird and very creepy. So I ended up telling my sister about it. I didn't want to go ahead and tell my granddad because my granddad is going to flip out. I already knew he was going to flip out. So I just told my sister. My sister told my mom, and my mom was actually like, yeah, that's how he is. He's very fresh. And if you don't understand what fresh is, it's like a term that means like when someone is kind of like always hitting primarily on women, but I guess women can be fresh too. It's really something that's like Southern, and people say it about men, like a man is fresh. That means he's always hitting on like women. You know, he's kind of like nasty old man. He's a nasty old man. So anyway, that's kind of what that is. So my mom kept saying that to my sister, and she's like, if you talk to Kay before me, please tell her. But I'm going to tell her, be careful, because that man is so nasty. Like, there's nothing that he won't say or do, like, to make you feel uncomfortable or whatever. So after my sister told me that, I'm like, oh my gosh, all the pieces are coming together, because he's been acting like weird. I just thought he had a weird ass problem against me, because like some people do like just not like people for no reason. So I thought Gold Tooth was on that, you know, like I didn't know. But the area that my grandfather's store is in a very small town, so everybody knows everybody. So that man knows my mom, and my mom knows that man, like even to the point where they've gotten into it when they were like younger, you know, because he's like that. He's just a weirdo. All right, the very next time this man came in the store, he was on more so of like an openly flirting type thing. And I'm just like, this is not that type of party. I have never, ever given you any inclination that I would ever be interested in you. Literally, ever. Like, you're delusional. Delusion. The delusion flags are flying. Okay? The loco bells is ringing. You're crazy. You're a crazy man. So that particular day, we decided not to have food. We normally have hot food at the store every day. So I don't know if like the lady who was cooking at the time had something to do or what, but that day we didn't have food. So he came in and he was like, you're gonna cook me a meal? You don't have nothing to eat? I was like, no, the kitchen is closed. I know you see that there's nothing over there. I know that you don't smell anything in the air. So why are you standing here asking me for food? Like, I just told you that the kitchen is closed. And he just keeps on talking about, oh, you're not going to cook me nothing to eat. So this is his way of like flirting. So I'm on the counter and I'm like, dude, we don't have any food. I told you that the kitchen was closed. Now you're more than welcome to get chips or anything else out of the store or groceries to cook yourself. But if you're going to stand here until somebody cooks something in here, you'll be here till tomorrow because it's closed today. So this man, we have plexiglass at the store, you know, because COVID. But there's like a thing underneath where you can slide your items underneath and I can like bag them and everything like that. So I'm leaning on the counter. This man reaches his hand under the plexiglass and grabs my arm and yanks my arm. He yanks me under the fucking glass. So that was really, I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, after I snatched my arm back, I'm like, what is wrong with you? Don't ever fucking touch me again, ever in your life.
Today I'm going to jail.
So I asked this man, I'm like, are you not around people where you don't know, like, that you're not supposed to touch people or even get in my personal space? What would possess you to literally put your hand underneath the plexiglass over on this side of the glass where I am to yank my arm underneath the damn shit. What is wrong with you?
Okay, let's move on.
So, of course, I was trying to hold out telling my granddad, but after that incident, I'm like, okay, I need to really tell my granddad, like, that this man just literally put his hands on me. That's a whole nother fucking ballpark. Like, you can say what you want. You can even make all the little nasty ass old man jokes and sexual innuendos and shit like that. You can make that stuff all day. But the moment you feel like you can touch me, we have a problem. So I ended up telling my granddad. My granddad was so mad about it. Like, he was like, the very next time I see him, I'm gonna tell him, you don't have to worry about coming over to the store ever again. Like, he was really on one about that. So I was like, okay, mind you, the guy, I told you, Goldtooth is not like a normal regular at the store. Like, he's not a person who's gonna be in at least once a week. Like, he's not that type of person. He might come like every 3 weeks or so, like that. You know what I mean? He's not the type of person that you will be able to gauge like, oh, he's gonna be in here any day now, probably. You know, he's not like that. So my granddad never ended up seeing him again before this last and final incident. Now, this last incident is going to show you just how much of a psycho Goldtooth really is. So Goldtooth ended up coming to the store while I was taking orders and helping fix food. So he ends up coming in. He comes to order something to eat. He gets a dinner. So while I'm fixing his dinner and, you know, taking his order, whatever, he walks over to the fountain machine, like the drink machine, right? And he's fixing something to drink. So I'm literally making the plate with the order that he just put in. So he asked me, after he gets done putting the soda in the cup, he's like, do you guys have any more large lids? And I was like, yeah, just 1 second. By this time, other people had come in, so it's like I have already taken their orders. I have to start like fixing their plates because people normally come to the store on lunch and nobody wants to wait there all day. Even though Goldtooth don't be working and he don't be having shit going on, other people who come into the store do. So I never want to inconvenience anybody, right? So Goldtooth asked me for the lid and I said, give me a second. I just have like these people and then I'll go and get the lids for you. So I am making the plate. I put Goldtooth's plate on the side where people pick up their food. It's right next to like where you pick up the extra napkins and the meal kits, right? So I put his plate down. I go to the next person because the next person is a working person. I don't want to inconvenience them just because this man has asked me to come get something after they put in their order. So why would I walk completely away and go get a lid for this man before I fix the next person's plate? Pretty much. That's how I was thinking. So as soon as I put Goldtooth's plate down, mind you, he's like the first one. As soon as I put Goldtooth's plate down, Goldtooth is like, didn't I ask you for a lid? Mind you, people are in the store. I just told you, like, I had other people behind him. He's like, didn't I just ask you for a lid? Where is my lid? I'm like, didn't I just put your plate right there? Like, was that enough time to get what you wanted and then go and get a damn lid or what? Like, so I told him, I just finished fixing your dinner. Like, I just finished making the plate. I just put it down. You just saw me put this plate down. I have not done anything between making the plate and putting it down right here for you to pick it up. What are you talking about? When did I go walk off to get a lid? Obviously, if I haven't walked off yet, you're not going to have a lid yet. So he's like, don't worry about it. Don't fucking worry about it. So I'm like, we're going here today. We're going here today. Like, these people are literally looking at me like, what's wrong with him? Like, wow, you're gonna, like, what? That's crazy. Are you gonna, like, take that from him? Say something. Defend yourself. So one of the guys that was in the line, he was like, man, like, what's wrong with you? And mind you, Goldtooth is, like, walking throughout the store talking about, where's my lid? I can't even get a fucking lid. I can't even get a lid. Like, he's really going in. He's really going in about this lid. And I'm like, what time did I have to go and get the lid? You just watched me literally making dinners. Like, you just saw me. I've only made one dinner at this point, y'all, and it was his. It was Goldtooth's dinner. So, like, what time you asked me for the lid after I started making your dinner? This was literally so bizarre to me. Super bizarre, right? It gets worse. Well, I was like, well, you're not going to talk to me like that because my mom doesn't even curse at me. So why the hell would you think I would let you do it? Please reel me that one. Like, why the hell would I let you sit here and disrespect me for no reason? And he's like, yeah, you stay over there, little girl. Stay over there, little girl. And he starts like cursing. Y'all, I cussed this man ass out so bad. I cussed him out so bad. And I'm like, I don't know what it was that made you get a hair up your ass where you felt like you was going to press me for a goddamn lid that you literally just saw me like, I have had no time to go and get you a lid. Now, I can see if you had a valid concern or if I was ignoring you or something like that. But please don't try me in here amongst these people. Because one thing about me, I'm the same Kate every day of the week, every minute of the hour. I am not the one to play with when it comes to shit like that. I don't fucking play about no disrespect. You're not going to disrespect me. So, y'all, I guess that me standing up for myself in front of all of these people was really bruising Goldtooth's ego. Because he just seemed to get madder and madder. But I was going toe-to-toe with his ass. Because I'm like, I am not the one. This is not the day. We're not doing this in here, okay? On this day. We're not. So, I'm like, I'm not about to let you call me out of my name, talk to me crazy over a lid you didn't even give me time enough to go and get. Like, are you crazy? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? So he keeps going, and then he had the nerve to tell the other lady that was working at the store at the time, he told her, oh, all I asked her for was a lid. All I asked her for was a fucking lid, and she had to do all of that. I'm like, sir, do you think that all of these people who are ready to like jump on your ass right now at this point, because I'm always nice and they know that, like I'm always polite and nice, I'm never like mean or anything, like even on my bad days I have a smile and everything, like, so these people are like, no, you are trying to bully an innocent person, like you're not gonna do that, and now you're mad that she's not gonna let you walk all over her, so now you're gonna lie. He was really lying, like all of those people didn't just witness like his bizarre ass behavior. That is truly a cycle when they feel like they have convinced themselves like, oh, I've been wrong in a situation, and it doesn't matter that so many people saw what really happened, they're still going to spin their version of events to someone else. That's like a true cycle. But needless to say, this man literally got to the point where he was like trying to bow up to fight me. Like, over a lid. My life is so crazy. Like, over a lid, y'all. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know what to say about that. Over a lid. But he just kept on. And then he got to the point where he was like, I'll knock you out. Like, real ass threats. Real threats. Idle ones, but threats nonetheless. So I'm just like, oh, he really want to go there. Like, you're not going to do shit. And I know that, and you know that, and they know that, and we know that. So, like, what is the point of doing all that? You know? Not to mention, you're in my granddad's store. And my granddad already been trying to, like, catch up with you. You know what I mean? Like, where do you be at? Because my granddaddy is already looking for you, okay? So, okay, after all of that went down, he stormed out of the store and all this stupid stuff. So my granddad was so mad about it. He didn't know the man's number. He didn't know Goldtooth's number. So he called Goldtooth's brother. And yeah, he was like, man, let me tell you, like, don't ever, you give me his number right now. Like, I'm telling all of y'all, like, don't ever try it ever again in y'all lives. Like, my granddaddy went up one side of his brother. Like, that wasn't even Goldtooth on the phone, but my granddad was so mad. He went up one side of Goldtooth's brother and came down the other. And then Goldtooth's brother didn't want to give him the number because I guess he thought, like, my granddad, you know, he didn't know what he was going to do. So he was like, I'll call him. I'll call Goldtooth. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about that. I apologize. Goldtooth's brother calls him. And I guess on the phone, Goldtooth was like, don't call me, correcting me. And pretty much he got nasty with his brother. So, yeah, his brother called back and was like, I ain't got time for that. Shh. They just had a whole bunch going on. But even still, like, the first thing that Goldtooth's brother said to my granddad was, yeah, I have never been there and she, like, acted any type of way. So I know, like, that's all him. I know how my brother is. Well, his problem probably is she won't give him the time of day. Then he goes on to say, well, I know how my brother is. And his problem is that girl's not looking at him. So if you don't know, when people say, oh, you won't even give me the time of day, that means, like, you're not even paying me any attention. You won't give me attention, right? Like, the first thing that this man's brother said was, that's probably his problem. That I wasn't, like, flirting with him back or I wasn't entertaining him. So, like, everybody knows that this guy, Goldtooth, is a weirdo. Like, everybody knows that. And had my granddad known, like, all the shit that was going on that I just omitted to tell him, like, had he known all of that, Goldtooth would have been, like, banned from the store. Because my granddad was like, I will get a restraining order. Like, I'm not playing. Because my granddad is never there at the store, so there's no way he could have ensured that Goldtooth didn't come in and harass me, if not for getting, like, a restraining order or some type of order saying, like, stay off of my property. You are not allowed at my store. Y'all, my life is crazy. Y'all know that. It's a mess over here. But if shit like this didn't happen, what would I have to tell y'all? Like, I couldn't even tell y'all my business if nothing crazy was happening, right? So thank you for listening to this story. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.